Story about a girl named Dorothy. Dorothy lived with her beloved dog Toto in a land called Kansas. She lived on a farm with her Auntie Em, her Uncle Henry, and her pals Hank, Hunk, and Zeke. One day, Dorothy came home from school very distraught because a lady named Miss Gulch had threatened to take away her dog named Toto.
Annie Ann, just listen what Witch Gulch did to Toto.
Oh, Dorothy, please. We're getting the chicks ready to sell.
Yeah, don't bother us right now. The incubator's gone bad and we're about to lose all of our chicks.
But Miss Gulch hit Toto on the head with a rake just because she said he gets in her garden every night.
Oh, Dorothy, please. It's not every night.
But really, did you know what Miss Gulch said she was going to do to Toto? She said she was going to do...
Now, Dorothy, quit imagining things.
Yeah, you always get yourself into a fret over nothing.
Yeah, come help us with these chores, Dorothy. It's like you don't have a brain or anything.
I do too have brains.
Just don't go by Miss Gulch's house after school. Then Toto won't get in her garden. My head ain't full of straw, you know.
Dorothy, you're not going to let that old Gulch have a try and buffalo you, huh? All you got to do is show a little courage is all. Just walk right up to her and spit in her eye. That's what I do.
You're right. Dorothy's just got to stand up to Miss Gulch if she has the heart to do it.
Now, Dorothy, just help us out today and find yourself a place where we won't get into any trouble.
Some place where I won't get into any trouble. Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? Why, it's a place you can't get to by boat or train. It must be beyond the moon, beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, blue skies are blue. Some of the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream will come true. Birds fly, oh why can't
Henry, I need to see you and your wife right away about Dorothy.
Dorothy? Why? What has she done?
What she done? I'm all but lame for the bite on my leg.
Oh, you mean she bit you?
No, her dog.
Oh, she bit her dog.
No. That dog's a menace to the community. I'm taking him to the sheriff to make sure he's destroyed.
Oh no, Toto, you mustn't. Why, I won't let you take him.
How about if we keep him tied up? He's gentle with gentle people, that is.
If you don't hand over that dog, I'll take you to court and you'll lose your whole farm.
We can't go against the law, Dorothy. Poor old Toto has to go with Mrs. Gulch.
Here's the sheriff's order allowing me to take him.
Oh no, I won't let you take him. Oh, I'll bite you myself, you wicked old witch.
Here's what, I'm taking him so he can't attack me again.
However, Gulch, just because you own half of the county doesn't mean you have the power to run the rest of us. For 25 years, I've been dying to tell you what I thought about you. But just being a Christian woman, I can't say it.
Oh, Toto, you've come back. Why, we must run away or she'll come back to get you.
So Dorothy and Toto packed their bags and headed down the road. Very soon they were tired and hungry, but by chance they happened upon an odd little man who offered them a bite to eat and a chance to look in his crystal ball to tell Dorothy her future. Why, hello there. What are you two traveling so late in the day? Wait, don't tell me. I know, you're traveling in disguise. No, that's not it. I know, you're on a visit. That's not it either. I know you're running away.
How did you guess?
Professor Marvel never guesses. He knows. Now the only question is, why are you running? Don't tell me. I know. They don't appreciate you. They don't understand you at home. Why, you want to get out, see big lands, big oceans.
Why, that's a great guess.
Would you like a bite of hot dog and a drink of juice?
Boy, would we? But we'd better get going to...
Well, it sounds like you don't know where you're going. How about I look in my crystal ball and tell you which way's the best for you? You best close your eyes. All right. So, what do I see? I see a barn and a house. And what do you know? An elderly couple. And why? Oh, the lady, she's crying. Why, someone's nearly broken her heart.
Is it me?
Why, she's looking for her poor little girl.
Oh, poor Auntie Em and Uncle Henry. I've got to go home. Thank you so much, Professor Marvel.
Better hurry for cover, gal. There's a storm coming in. So Dorothy and Toto hurried home as quick as they could. But when they got there, they found the place abandoned. Everyone was in the storm cellar. Just then, there was a tornado headed for the house. So, Dorothy got in the house as quick as she could, but just then, the tornado hit, ripping off all the windows and doors. The house went up, higher and higher, faster and faster, and it spun around wildly. Dorothy didn't think the house would hold together much longer, but then it came down hard. Immediately, everything went silent. And then Dorothy looked outside and saw a wondrous garden full of birds and beautiful flowers.
Like Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. We must be over the rainbow. Now I know we're not in Kansas.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
I'm not a witch at all.
Then is that the witch?
Toto? He's just a dog.
Well, then I'm a little muddled, because the Munchkins just called to say that a new witch has dropped a house on the Wicked Witch of the East. Now, here you are, and here's all that's left of the Wicked Witch of the East. So if the Munchkins want to know, are you a good witch or a bad witch?
I'm not a witch at all. Witches are bad and ugly. What's that?
Munchkins, they're laughing because I am a witch. Glenda, I'm Glenda, the Good Witch of the North.
Well, excuse me, I've never heard of a beautiful witch before.
Only bad witches are ugly. The Munchkins are happy because you have saved them from the Wicked Witch of the East. It's alright, you can come out and thank her now.
Represent the lollipop league, the lollipop league, the lollipop league, and in the name of the lollipop league, just to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Oh, so sweetly, for doing it so neatly. You killed the witch completely, for that we thank you sweetly.
What happened? It really was no miracle. What happened was just this.
The wind began to switch, the house to pitch, and suddenly the hinges started to unhitch. Just then, to satisfy an itch, with thumbing on her broomstick,
Oh, what happened then was rich.
The house began to pitch, the kitchen took a switch, and landed on the Wicked Witch in the middle of a ditch.
Which was not a healthy situation for the Wicked Witch.
Who was rich and was reduced to just a stitch. of what was once a wicked witch.
Let the joyous news be spread. The wicked witch is at last dead.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Wake up, you sleepy heads, rub your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, the wicked witch is dead. She's gone.
As mayor of the Munchkin City in the county of Oz, we welcome you most regularly. But first we have to verify it legally to see if she is morally, ethically, spiritually, musically, undeniably, unreliably dead. And if so, make this an independent state for all Munchkins and their descendants, because the Wicked Witch of the East is dead.
Yeah!
Just then, the Wicked Witch of the West showed up. She had gone to see who killed her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East.
I thought you said she was dead.
She is. That was the Wicked Witch of the East. This is the Wicked Witch of the West. She's worse than the other one.
Who killed my sister? Who killed the Wicked Witch of the East? Was it you?
No, I didn't mean to kill anybody. It was an accident.
Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too.
Aren't you forgetting the ruby slippers?
Ah, yes, the ruby slippers. Where are they? They're gone. Give them back to me or else.
It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay.
No, I'm excited. Oh, she's
Well, yeah. The ruby slippers is gone.
She tried inside of them, Dorothy, or they must be very powerful, or she wouldn't want them so badly.
You stay out of this, Glinda, or I'll fix you.
Rubbish. You have no power in this land. Go before someone drops a house on you, too.
Very well, I'll bide my time. As for you, my pretty, I can't attend to you just now. But try to stay out of my way, just try. I'll get to you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
It's alright. You can get up now. You're safe. The witch is gone. I'm afraid you've made a very bad enemy with the Wicked Witch of the West. The sooner you get out of Oz, the safer you'll be.
But how do I get out of Oz? I can't come back the way I came.
No, I'm afraid there's only one person who might be able to help you, and that's the great and wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz? Is he good or is he wicked?
Oh, very good, and mysterious too. He lives in the Emerald City, which is a long way from here. Did you bring your broomstick?
No, I'm afraid I didn't.
Then I guess you'll have to walk. The Munchkins will see you safely to the border of Munchkinland. And remember the ruby slippers. Don't let them off your feet for even a moment, or you'll be in the mercy of the Wicked Witch of the West.
But what happens if I... How do I start for the Yellow Brick Road?
It's best to start at the beginning. Just follow it.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. So Dorothy had begun her journey along the yellow brick road to the wondrous city of Oz. Along the way, she met three very interesting people who soon became her very good friends. The first was a scarecrow.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road. But now which way do I go?
Pardon me, but that way is a very nice way.
Who said that?
But it's also nice down that way.
Why, you did say something, didn't you? Did you make up your mind?
That's the trouble. I can't make up my mind. I have
haven't got a brain.
I don't know. But there are some people without brains who do an awful lot of talking, don't they? I would while away the hours, consulting with the flowers, conferring with the rain. Oh, my head, I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel any riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I can tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never done before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nothing, my head all full of something, my heart all full of pain. And then maybe I deserve you and be even worthy of you if I only had a brain.
Why, I'm going to see the great and wonderful Wizard of Oz. Maybe we could ask him to get your brain.
Great, let's go ask him together. Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because, the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the
Very soon the two friends came to the feet of the Tin Man. After knocking on his head, they decided to oil him up so that he could speak.
My goodness, I can talk again. Oh, my elbows, please. Oh, my elbows.
Did that hurt?
No, that felt wonderful. I've held that axe up for ages. Oh, my neck, please.
How did you ever get this way?
Well, about a year ago, I was chopping down a tree, and then it started to rain. And right in the middle of a chop, I rested solid. And I've been this way ever since.
Well, you're perfect now.
Oh, my other elbow, please. Perfect. Bang on my chest if you think I'm perfect.
Beautiful. What an echo.
It's empty. The tinsman forgot to give me a heart.
No heart.
No heart. All hollow. When you're an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle, and yet I'm torn apart. Just because I'm presuming that I could be kind of human if I only had a heart. I'd be tender, I'd be gentle, and awful sentimental regarding love and art. I'd be friends with the sparrows and the boy that shoots the arrows if I only had a heart. Oh, reach me a balcony above a voice sings low. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? I hear a beat. How sweet just to register emotion, jealousy, devotion, and finally feel the heart. I'd be young and be chipper, and I'd lock it with a zipper if I only had a heart.
Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you.
You know,
We're going to see the Wizard of Oz. Maybe we could ask him to give you a heart.
Well, suppose you didn't give me one when we got there.
Well, of course he would.
we've come such a long way.
You call that long? Why, you've just begun. Helping the little lady along, are you, my fine gentleman? Well, you better stay away from her, or I'll stuff a mattress with you, Scarecrow. And you, Tisman, I'll use you for a beehive.
Well, Dorothy, I'll go with you to see the wizard whether I get a brain or not. Stuff a mattress with me.
And I'll go and see that you get to the wizard whether I get a heart enough. Beehive, bad. Just let her try to make a beehive out of me.
Why, you're the best of friends that anybody's ever had. It's funny. I feel like I've known you before.
But you couldn't have, could you?
I don't see how.
Well, that's not important. We're together now.
Yes. To Oz?
To Oz.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
He is a whiz, if ever a whiz there was.
If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is more because of wonderful things he does.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Not long after they'd started out, the three friends came to a mysterious forest. They were afraid they might meet some of the fearsome beasts inside of there.
You want to know something? I think there may be lions and tigers and bears in this forest.
Lions and tigers
And bears.
Oh my.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
Lions.
Then they met a lion ready to fight.
Put 'em up. Which one you gonna fight me first? Play both together if you want. Play with one pot on my there. Play standing on one foot. Play with my eyes closed. Pulling an axe on me, eh? Trying to sneak up on me, eh? Why? I want to stay fresh in that can.
Now see here, lion. That's getting personal.
Yeah, you have to teach him a lesson.
Well, what's wrong with you teaching him?
Well, I barely know him.
Shame on you! Frightening a poor little dog, let alone a scarecrow.
Well, you didn't have to hit me, did you? Does my nose bleed?
Of course not. You're making a big fuss out of nothing.
Naturally, when you go picking off things littler than you are.
Why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right. I am a coward. I have any courage at all. I even scare myself.
Look at the cycles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks.
Why don't you try counting sheep?
Yeah.
That doesn't help. I'm afraid of them all.
Well, you know, I was just thinking, we're going to see the Great Wizard of Oz to get him a heart.
And him a brain.
And her a home. Maybe he could get you some courage, too.
Wouldn't it be degrading to be in the company of a cowardly lion?
Of course not.
That's awfully nice of you. My life has been simply unbearable.
Well, a sad belief, you missy. When you wanna be a sissy without limited belief. But I could change my habits nevermore. Be scared of rabbits if I only had the knife. I'm afraid there's no denying. I'm just a
So the four friends continued on. Very soon they made it to the wonderful Wizard of Oz's land, the Palace of Oz. But their hopes were soon dashed when they came to the door.
Who rang that bell?
We did!
Can't you read?
Read what?
The The
What
note is
note?
right here. It's as plain as the nose on my face. Oh. That's right.
Bell out of order. Please knock.
Now that's more like it. Now state your business.
We come to ask the great and wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Nobody can see the Great Oz. Not even I have seen him.
And how do you know there is one?
Well, you're wasting my time.
But the good witch of the north sent me.
Oh, that makes a difference. Well, bust my buttons. That's a horse of a different color. Come on in. The Great Oz will see you in 1 month.
One month?
Those are his orders.
What's Dorothy?
The witch is Dorothy? Well, that makes a difference. Come on in. I'll announce you at once.
The four were overjoyed. The Scarecrow was thinking he was thinking clearly already. The Tin Man could almost hear his heart beating. And Dorothy thought she'd be home in time for supper. And well, the Lion thought very soon he'd be king of the forest.
Long live the king. If I were the king of the forest, not queen, not duke, not prince, my regal robes of the forest would be a satin, not a cotton, not chintz. I command each thing, eat fish or fowl, with a roof and a roof and a royal growl. As I click my heel, all the trees would kneel, and the mountains bow, and the bulls kowtow. And the sparrow would take wing if I were king. Monarch of all I survey, knock. Of all I survey.
Your Majesty, if you were the king of the forest, you wouldn't be afraid of anything.
Not nobody. Not know how.
What about a hippopotamus?
I'd thrash him from top to bottomless.
How about a rhinoceros?
Imposterous.
Supposing you met an elephant.
I'd wrap him up in cellophane.
What about a brontosaurus?
I'd show him who's king of the forest.
How?
How? Courage. What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. What makes the flag on a mast a wave? Courage. What makes the elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist of the dusky dusk? What makes the muskrat guard his musk? Courage. What makes the Sphinx the seventh wonder? What makes the dawn come up like thunder? Courage. What makes the hotness hot so hot? What put the ape in apricot? What do they got that I ain't got?
Courage.
You can say that again.
However, all their hopes were soon dashed when they heard the demands of the great and terrible Oz.
Come forward.
Tell me when it's over.
I am Oz, the great and powerful. Who are you?
If you please, I'm Dorothy, the small and meek. We've come to ask if you would help.
Quiet. The great Oz knows why you have come. Step forward, Tin Man. You dare to ask me for a heart, do you? You clinking collection of religious junk.
Well, yes, Your Honor. You see, a while back we were walking down the Elvic Road and...
Silence. And you, Scarecrow, have the effrontery to ask for a frame, you billowing bale of bovine fodder.
Yes, your wizardry. Your excellency, your majesty.
Stand up. And you, Lion, well...
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for frightening him when he came to ask you for help.
Quiet. The great Oz had every intention of granting your request.
What?
place.
I said go.
With that command, the four friends began their journey to find the Wicked Witch of the West Castle. They crept into a very sinister forest, but one by one they were taken by the witch's flying monkeys.
You know, I do believe this forest is spooked.
But you don't believe in spooks, do you?
No, of course not.
We want to know something? I don't think I believe in spooks either.
Guys, fellas, I do believe in spooks. 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 I do.
Oh yeah.
You'll believe in more than spooks when I get through with you. Go get the girl and her slippers, but be careful of her ruby slippers. I want them most of all. Now go.
Guys? Help! Help!
What a nice little dog. And you, my dear, what an unexpected pleasure. It's so kind of you to visit me in my loneliness.
What are you gonna do to my dog?
All in good time. All in good time.
Oh, please give me back my dog.
Certainly. When you give me those ruby slippers.
But the Good Witch of the North told me not to.
Very well. Throw that dog in the river and drown him.
No, you can have your old slippers.
That's a good little girl. I knew you'd see reason.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to.
Fool that I am, I should have remembered. Those slippers will never come off as long as you're alive. But that's not what's worrying me. It's how to do it. These things must be done delicately or I'll hurt the spell.
Run! Run, Toto, run!
Get here, you fools!
He got away.
Which is more than you will. Jet, you and your dog, you've been more trouble to me than you're worth. But that'll soon be over now. See, my dear, this is how much longer you have to be alive. It's not very long. I can't wait for him to get those shoes.
Annie M. I'm frightened, Annie M.
Where are you, Dorothy? We're trying to find you.
I'm here in the witch's castle, the land of Oz. I'm frightened, Annie M. Stay with me, Annie M.
Annie M! I'll give you Annie M, my pretty.
While Dorothy was trapped in the witch's castle, Toto went in search of her three friends. Finally, he found them and brought them back to the Wicked Witch of the West Castle, where they saw the witch's guards on duty.
I hate to think of Dorothy in there. We've got to get her out.
Well, don't cry, you'll rust. And besides, I've got a plan.
He's got a plan.
And you are going to lead us.
I gotta go in there. I don't wanna.
For Dorothy.
All right. I'll go in there for Dorothy. Wicked witch or no wicked witch. God or no gods, I'll rip them apart. I'm going in there. I may not come out alive, but I'm going in there. There's just one thing I want you fellas to do for me.
What's that?
Talk me out of it.
Come on, let's go.
witch's guards snuck up on the three friends. The three friends were able to take the guards' hats and sneak into the castle unnoticed. There they found Dorothy, and they were joyfully reunited. But the witch had other plans for them.
Going so soon? I wouldn't hear of it. The party's just beginning.
Trap like mice. Rats.
This way. Let's go. Ah! Other way.
Seize them! Seize them!
But the Scarecrow had a plan. He and the Tin Man fought him off as the lion took care of the rest. They fought valiantly, but soon they were surrounded.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, green hair on the rosy, a pocket full of spears. Thought you were pretty foxy, didn't you? Well, the last to go will see the first three go before her. Care for some fire, Scarecrow?
Ah! I'm on fire!
You cursed rat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Help! Help!
You killed her! She's dead!
I didn't mean to kill her. It was an accident.
Help to Dorothy! The wicked witch is dead!
The broom. May we have it?
Take it!
The four friends were overjoyed. They hurried back to the Wizard of Oz, who was very angry to see them so soon.
I don't understand. Why have you come back?
We've done what you've told us.
Brought you the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
We melted her.
Oh, you liquidated her, eh?
Yeah,
Very resourceful.
so we'd like you to keep your promise.
Wyatt, I need to give the matter a little bit of thought. Go away and come back tomorrow.
You've had enough time to keep your promises.
You should be grateful that the great Oz gives you his time.
But if you were great and powerful, you would keep your promises.
Pay no attention to that man with the lion.
Who are you?
I am the great and powerful Oz.
I don't believe you.
Well, it's true. I'm the only wizard.
Well, don't you remember? You're gonna give him a heart.
And him a brain.
Him some courage.
Her a home.
Okay, I guess. Come here, Scarecrow. You want a brain. Back where I come from, we have men who go to college, and when they come out, they think great thoughts. They don't have any more brains than you have. But they do have one thing you haven't got, a diploma. Therefore, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Ph.D.
PhD?
Doctor of Thinkability.
How can I ever thank you?
Well, you can. And you, Lion, you're a victim of disorganized thinking. You think that simply because you run away from danger, you have no courage. You're confusing wisdom with courage. Back where I come from, we have men who are called heroes. They have no more courage than you have. But they do have something you haven't got. A medal. Therefore, for extraordinary bravery against wicked witches, I'll give you a medal.
Shucks, folks, I'm speechless.
And you, Tin Man, you want a heart. You don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they can be made unbreakable.
I still want one.
Back where I come from, we have men who do nothing but good deeds. They're called good deed doers. Their heart's no bigger than yours, but they do have one thing you haven't got, a testimonial. Therefore, you can have your heart. Remember, heart heart's not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
Oh, Ticks. Ticks. It does.
Read what my medal says. Courage. Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth?
Hey, what about Dorothy?
Yeah, Dorothy next.
I don't think there's anything in that red bag for me.
Well, Dorothy, force me into this decision. I must call on the Good Witch of the North. I bet she can help you.
Can you help me? Will you help me?
No, you don't need my help. You've had the power to go home to Kansas all along.
I have?
Why didn't you tell her before? Because she wouldn't have believed me. She had to figure it out herself.
What have you learned, Dorothy?
Well, I've learned that if I ever go searching for my heart's desires, I won't look farther than beyond my own backyard, because if it wasn't gone, then it wasn't ever there before.
That's right.
Well, that's so easy. I should have thought of it for you. With my brain.
And I should have felt it in my heart.
No, she had to figure it out by herself. Now, those slippers will take you home in 2 seconds.
Now?
If you wish.
And Toto too?
And Toto too.
Oh, well, I'll miss you all. Goodbye, Tin Man. Oh, don't cry. You'll rest so easily.
Now I know that I have a heart because it's breaking.
Oh, Lion, I know it's wrong, but I used to miss for the days I used to holler for help before you found your courage.
I never would have found it if it weren't for you.
And Scarecrow, I think I'll miss you most of all.
I'll miss you too, Dorothy.
Are you ready now?
Yes, say goodbye, Toto. We're ready now.
Close your eyes and click your heels together 3 times. And think to yourself, there's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
When Dorothy woke up, she was at home with her beloved Auntie Em and her Uncle Henry and her old pals, Hunk, Hank, and Zeke. And Professor Marvel and all the other people that she loved.
Oh, you were all there, but you couldn't really be there.
Yes, some of it's true.
But it wasn't a dream. It was a real place. You were all there. And it was all very beautiful, but some of it wasn't very nice. And I kept remembering how I wanted to go back home. And now I am home. Oh, I love you all. Annie M, there's no place like home.
Yes, there's no place like home.